As I mentioned last Sunday, we're coming to the end of the Christian year and preparing our hearts and minds for a new year, which begins the first Sunday of Advent. For me, that preparation includes taking time to reflect on the year now ending. We've talked a bit about grief and pain we've felt from the departure of some of our sisters and brothers. Today, I'd like to talk about another element of struggle we've experienced. Much of what we've been through has been far beyond our control. I don't know about you, but I like to feel in control of my situation, whatever it is. As a pilot, I watch for 5 hazardous attitudes that can get you in trouble in the air. One is resignation, that sense of there's nothing I can do. If something happens in the air and you're the pilot, you better know you can always do something to try and regain control of the aircraft, unless you're dead or the wings have come off. And even if the wings have come off, you might can do a little bit. That mindset has worked its way into my life and ministry in some really good ways. So when there truly is nothing I can do about something, it's deeply unsettling. That feeling of being totally out of control can overwhelm and lead to actions, thoughts, and feelings which don't always make a lot of sense. Sometimes we make decisions from this place, and they're not great decisions. Let's take a look at a moment when the disciples felt overwhelmed. Luke 8, chapter 8, verses 22 through 25. One day, Jesus got into a boat with his disciples, and he said to them, "Let's go across to the other side of the lake." So they put out, and while they were sailing, he fell asleep. A gale swept down on the lake, and the boat was filling with water, and they were in danger. They went to him and woke him up, shouting, "Master, Master, we're perishing." And he woke up and rebuked the wind and the raging waves. They ceased, and there was a calm. He said to them, "Where is your faith?" They were afraid and amazed, and they said to one another, "Who then is this, that he commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him?" One of the other accounts of this same miracle includes the words, "Lord, do you not care that we're going to die?" The anxiety and panic of the disciples is overwhelming. They are not able to trust Jesus, and they are afraid for their lives. Jesus nearly sleeps through the whole thing, but when he wakes up, his response is magnificent. He speaks peace to this storm, and even the winds and water obey him. Take note of his admonition to the disciples. "Where is your faith?" he says. "Where is your faith?" Now, it's a hard thing for a faithful follower of Jesus to hear this, but sometimes we need Jesus to challenge us in this way. Sometimes we forget our faith, usually because we have put our faith in something other than Jesus. Maybe it's the status quo, maybe long-held ideas and relationships, maybe material security or our own comfort or anything else we can imagine. It helps to remember that in the real storms of life, only Jesus can hold us and lead us through faithfully. In those moments when we feel so helpless and like we truly can't do anything, we can always hold on to Jesus as he leads us through even the most bizarre situations. Sometimes it means people think we aren't making a stand or taking a side. Sometimes it means the storm gets worse. But we must always remember that choosing to stand with Jesus in the gap between sinner and saint is the most powerful and biblically correct thing any Christian can ever do. Let's don't feel like we haven't been able to do anything this year. We have. We've held on to Jesus. Now, he is leading us through. Amen.